Right? And I'm not playing.
Well, Echo is here. Disney dropped everything at one time. And I stand by, they know how bad this show is. This show is so much worse than I expected. I didn't even get to the video on the trailer or the Daredevil fight scene to talk about how horrific it looked and the material looked because I don't care as much. However, I don't want Disney to get a free pass here. They dump it all at once, negative press, whatever, and in like a week's time, it's gone. No, no, no. We need to drag out the pain a little bit. So I'm going to do some episodes. I may lump a couple together depending on the scheduling, but reality is I'm not watching anyone else's stuff. So if you've done one and I haven't commented or whatever, I'm sorry. You're on pause because you're getting my reaction to this dumpster fire of a show of a character that is just runs around with like resting bleach face the entire time. Like she is such an unlikable character in nearly every. In fact, she is a villain. Like I don't understand why is anyone dancing around the fact that Echo is a villain and isn't in the comic book as well? Now this isn't the comic book version of her. Like she's modified significantly. David Mack created her during that right before Bendis took over Daredevil. Kevin Smith had done a reboot. This is during that Marvel Knights era. And she was a lot prettier. She was more of like a love interest type thing, possibly for Matt Murdock. And then obviously finds out about Kingpin, whatever. So elements are there. But she didn't have a fake leg. That was done for this actress. Like there's certain things that are done that don't add anything. They just check boxes. So anyway, I was very, very surprised by how the show started. The show starts with all of this, and I'm like, what is actually happening? Are we talking about aliens now? What are we doing? So you have all of this very strange, metaphysical, supernatural type stuff with the Indians and the mud bath spa thing that's going on, and then they wake up and everything just kind of falls away, and there's just a bunch of hot people, hot Indians walking around, and then you cut to, well, yeah, this is the flashback sequence. So this is going to tell you her origin story of her basically being Baby Maya. Now, she is deaf, so there's a lot of signing in this show. It works horribly. It messes everything up because we're supposed to believe someone who has been deaf since childhood can't read lips, and there's a constant obsession with this, like a constant communication. I don't know. It's horribly done. What is weird is they treat her also as moot, but I don't think that ever gets addressed. And I want to touch on, I'm probably not going to find the exact moments, but there's at least 2 moments that she makes sound. So why does she not make sounds the other times? Like if you're around deaf people, they make sound. They can talk, they communicate. It just may not be the way you think it should be. Moreover, if she's moot, that's never addressed as well. Like, so I don't know, I don't know if that's a thing or not. It's just, yeah, that's different. All right, flashback, childhood stuff, flashback. This is family stuff. Woodpecker and Indian stuff is part of this whole thing, by the way. The woodpecker shows up multiple times. Family talky talk. So they leave and they're talking, and then there's a car accident with the mom. So she wants to go get some hot chocolate or something, and we're going to go out in a massive rainstorm to do it. They get T-boned. There's glass in her leg, and mom dies. We're under the assumption then that a couple of things. One, dad is a criminal, so the Lopez name, the dad is a criminal, and someone tried to cut the brake lines to the car to get him. They did not. They got the wife and the kid, or the intention was just to kill somebody, and it would hurt him. So anyway, he's a criminal. He's the reason this has happened. Then 2, that the injury, the piece of glass that was in the little girl's leg, resulted in this injury. But what comes to light is they amputated her whole leg. Like, that was weird. So this isn't really explained well. I thought with the scene here, during this sequence, these conversations, instead of talking about it the way they did, they could have at least explained to us why the leg had to be amputated. Either it happened and I missed it, or I don't know. It's very badly done. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We flash back some more, and suddenly she's in school. And this is the some of the illusions here of her being under the care of Kingpin now. And this is martial arts training. Of course, she's amazing. So they have her as amazing, right? So she's amazing. And when they cut to real time. And now we do the. So before we get to that, you have this sort of cutaway to basically previously on the Kate Bishop show. And that's pretty much what we get now. So the first 10 to 13 minutes is the flashback stuff. And now it's the flashback stuff that was on the Kate Bishop show. So this is all Kate Bishop stuff and texting and her just being a villain. She's a horrible villain with her terrible scowl on her face, her constant snarky stares that she has all the time. I can't stand it. And then the Kingpin, oh, he's so disappointed in her and whatever. And you're like, what is it? Is such a disconjointed show of feel. But Vincent D'Onofrio kills it. He's such a great Kingpin. It's so good. It sucks that it's on this show and it's dragging the show drags him down. He's so good. Okay, so he basically is going to put her in harm's way as an assassin and train on this mission to work for Kingpin. And this is so cringy. I don't even know what to say. So the first part, they're checking everyone in, and whenever this guy is frisking her, he goes for her butt. Now, maybe you find this actress hot, and she does it for you. This woman, to me, has a don't come near me. She doesn't have an attractive element ever exuding anything. So just this weird, stereotypical, forced, sexist moment, physical. And of course, she puts him down. She throws him against the wall and whatever. That's what happens here. It only matters because he comes up later on. So when they go in here, the fight's going crazy. So you have these. So the other two guys are there. They're throwing fists. They've got guns. They're doing whatever. And she's basically just standing there until this guy tackles her and has her down. And then suddenly she sort of like pops out of her silence and kills this guy. So that's what happened here. She kills him. Okay. And then she just so then what happens with this is, let me see if I can get the one shot, because I couldn't believe this happened. It was so weird. Right here. It's going to happen right after this. So this is this little guy. Where'd he go? All right, I may have missed it. Let me go back. No, it has to be right there. No, that was him. That was it right there. That was it. Right there. Okay, so the guy that grabs her butt is coming at, whatever. She gets knocked down. She signs, I kid you not, signs you again. And you're like, this is the dumbest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't understand. This is such a cosplay of deaf people. This is a cosplay of what their life is and the struggles that they have. This is someone who's so I don't know. I couldn't believe it. This actress is not respected at all by these people, that she's not empowered enough to say, we really wouldn't say or do that. Like, it's so pathetic and demeaning. So anyway, that's what's happening before Daredevil shows up. Now, this is the fight scene that leaked online, and I was going to react to it because it's absolutely horrible. It feels like it's supposed to be an homage to season 1 Daredevil of trying to be a single shot. It is brutally bad. So it's so badly choreographed. He hits her with these billy clubs and stuff. He kicks her in the face or something at one point. She does not have a mark on her. Look at how she's able to get a shot in on him. It's like completely absurd. Let's see right here. He is going to smack her leg. Now, she's not phased like at all. right? Didn't really slow her down one bit. Look at her just taking shots. It's so badly choreographed. He's just standing around, not even caring. But then he lets her get a shot in. Like look at that. Look at that. He holds his arms wide open. He opens himself completely up, wide open, so she can kick his chest. And then there's this shot with the calf, right? With this shot. And then watch. I want you to see. I want to play this because I don't know. Maybe we'll trim a couple seconds out if I have to for copyright reasons. But this shot has to be one of the worst I've ever seen. Watch this now. She comes around. She holds her leg there. What on earth is happening? This is so dumb that she could last 5 seconds against Daredevil. And that's the entire premise. The entire premise is this was all set up by Kingpin to see how she would do. Reality is, even though she murdered somebody and they're doing all this stuff, I guess when she turns around with the gun, Daredevil's just gone. I guess that's okay. I don't know what Daredevil world we live in where he has no desire to get them to authorities. He has no desire to like shut this down, hold her accountable. Like he just has somewhere else to be, I guess. We don't know. That's it. It's her Daredevil cameo for you, I guess. I don't know if he comes back in the series, but all right. So then you're there. I'm so proud of you. You did so amazing. No one lasts that long against Daredevil. And we're like, yeah, no duh. No duh. So then there's all of this sort of assassin stuff with exactly that face, which by the way, she is not fit at all. We made fun of, look at the look. Like she doesn't look the same in different scenes. She looks pudgy. This is again more previously on Kate Bishop. And this is the shoots him right in the face. Now, this is so dumb. Major spoilers. If you didn't know already, Kingpin does not die. Don't know how he doesn't die. Getting shot in the face at that close range. Said this when the show happened. Says, I don't know why they allowed her to shoot him that close because it's so stupid that he would survive. So, yeah. And this is her in the fallout of that. And basically, 5 months later, she's sort of like on the run. And she's going back to her old home. And she runs into Biscuit. Yep. Biscuit. This weird, juvenile, flunky-looking loser, childhood, I guess, cousin. They call cousin. No one's really related or whatever. But anyway. And then she sort of like spies on this lady here, Bonnie, which I assume is the childhood friend from the earlier scene. I want you to see, this is supposed to be them playing basketball. Okay? So I want you to notice these are firefighters. She's supposed to be a firefighter, right? Look at that. Man, boy, is she athletic. That is so middle school PE. I mean, I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. It is so bad. Every high school basketball girls team is just like, you gotta be kidding me right now. Well, then we cut to a skating rink. And I have to be honest, at least it felt like we're in a skating rink. And then this is like, again, some of the dumbest elements of she can't make any sounds. She can't knock. No, she has the dangerous diva, deadpan stare that she's got going on. And, where's so-and-so? She doesn't have a way of communicating. She doesn't have a way to sound deaf. She doesn't do anything. It's just this belligerent nastiness towards this guy, looking for some other guy. We don't care about any of these people, by the way. But we're going to spend time now with this guy. He's the guy at the skating rink, running the skating rink. And he's running red light, green light for the skaters. Which, by the way, he just leaves them high and dry. That's like a total crappy move during red light, green light, man. So this guy tries to turn on her if there's a bounty still on the table, if you're at the King Killer. So they're going to try to go after her, obviously. That's the setup for the next episode, I assume. And then there's stuff that's ruined because he takes her to his guy, and she's like a mortician. And there's some actually, like, the only funny lines and stuff is centered around the fact that she would go to a mortician to be stitched up and fixed and whatever, but it's all wasted. She doesn't change her facial demeanors, but this is one of the scenes where she does cry out briefly. She makes a audible noise of ah, you know, when they grab that nasty, infected, fleshy looking wound. Again, they go to a water tower, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. And then we cut to other stuff, right? This is what we get. We just get, you know, more stuff's coming. He's alive. That's all you need to know. He's alive. We don't know how that's even remotely possible. How could he have been shot at that close range? And this is so retarded. This is just, we want it to happen. We don't care how it happens. I don't know. So it's again, I'm going to hang my hat on. They know how bad this is. They know. That's why they dumped it. I'm shocked that they're not canceling Agnes and some of the other stuff. But then again, these are the people that are ruining Star Wars as we speak. So anyway, there we go. Echo is dog crap and way worse than I thought in some ways. But you know, yeah, what do you expect? But I watched it. You didn't have to. You can put me on 2-speed next time, so it won't take 16 minutes to get through my video. You can get it out of here in 5 to 8. So anyway, take care, everybody. I am Pops.